What we're looking at today is jabs. Now this isn't the boxing jab. This is a stick jab or a weapon jab, single hand weapon. So we're going to start out and just sort of look at the function of jab. It gets its terminology from boxing. So if you think of what the boxing jab would look like, where lead hand weapon goes out, same thing here. Lead hand weapon goes out. The difference is in execution. Because we now have an extra joint on our arm, we have to conduct this a little bit differently. What this isn't is I'm standing here, I don't do a boxing jab, and then just replace it with a stick. If you look at what happens here, if I do a straight jab here, my weapon, as I extend it, is actually moving on a long distance around it. This is less a wrist technique than it is an arm technique. And so what I want to do is my arm is actually punching out over here, with my weapon getting as much as it can down a center line shot. And again, I'm going to isolate just this motion as it initially comes out, but what it's not again is this, where my hand is going to here and my stick is describing the outside of the circumference from around here. So we're going to start out just sort of in a crossbody position right here, just as a general frame of reference from where we practice this. We punch out, my hand is out on a 45, this point of the stick is describing a point and it's going out, but it is making more of a straight line than describing the outside of the circle here. So here, as it goes right down the center line, or goes to the center line, I should say. Snap, at extension, I'm getting like 120%. I'm hitting with the tip of the stick as it comes out to here and back. And just like a jab, pops out and comes back. It pops out and comes back. Out and back. We practice generally, bridge of the nose is our target as we go out. Take from the side as I go to here. Again, I'm just going to isolate my arm here. This isn't an on guard stance. I'm just, for the sake of the technique, punch it out and back, out and back. From that angle, it may very well look like this and this are similar. They're not. Again, if you look at how that's punching out, and obviously I'm angling down a little bit here, my arm is punching out at an angle, and the tip of the stick is going to center line. Here, center line, not this. Okay? This takes longer to move. So, again, here and back, and back, and back. If I'm not doing anything with my feet right now, little rotation, but again, as with all our weapon strikes, if we're going to be non-telegraphic about this, weapon moves first. Weapon, shoulder, body, if I have a step, then step. Bam, as we move into it. Okay, weapon moves first. No different than a thrust as I come in. Snap, 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 okay? So again, here, and out, and out. This is not a terribly damaging shot. You can see why you'd aim for bridge of the nose here, or teeth, as if the person is not wearing a mask. Send a shot, obviously the hand's a target. With a stick, options are limited, especially if the guy's got a glove on or has a mask on. Again, the BTG being a blade-based system, we're thinking of this primarily as a blade. So when we go to a machete or something similar like this, where it goes out and back, snap. Oh, isolate. As you move out, you can see now when you hit with the tip of that, and one of the reasons the Gnunting has a forward dipping point, when you hit with the tip of that, that will absolutely do damage. It's not going to cut a limb off, but it's going to impact whatever it hits. Is a pretty serious matter, and it doesn't take anything at all to punch that 2 inches into a target. But again, for most of us that were involved with the stick, here and out. So that's the mechanics of it. Again, out, snap it back, and back. Hand extends, shoulder, body, and hip. Now, how do you get your footwork into it? If I just go here, step, and hit, it's pretty obvious that I'm coming in and I'm telegraphic. So, again, weapon starts its move here, and then right before I hit. No different than here, as I step in. So, or I could be here and here, maybe if I did an offline step or something like that. But again, as I come and back. So, just watch your footwork on this. Make sure that when you're doing this, hand leads that. You want to be non-telegraphic about this. Why am I circling my stick like this? Because unlike boxing, we're not going to come from a high lead. If I stay here with the stick, this becomes a target. So how do we initiate the jab without being here? So in Pikiti, we use this circling technique with our hands. Typically, we are not fixed in this pattern. I'll be moving, my stick around, but in general, I have this overall pattern, and so I get used to being able to throw out of a moving pattern as we move here. And you can see what I'm doing here, right? I'm coming over the top. This is the most common way I'll throw it. I'll snap it out, again, my hand, and then out. So I'm circling here, here, bam, as I come forward. So here, again, circling, moving, here, here, and out. And out. Again, it can be a big circle, it can be a little circle. I can be coming up to here and snap it out this way. Again, here, move, hit, and out. So that's just sort of a bit on the jab, circle, and snap it out. And again, my hand's punching over here, so it's going to look weird without a weapon in your hand. So, and out. Good. So, quick work on the jab. Oh, and then next thing to work on is the double ups. Just like we pop it twice, same thing here. I go out, I snap it, come back, snap it again. A lot of times I'll work that for lead hand, half draw it back, shoot long for and then shoot long for the face. So snap, pop, again. So anyway, thought I'd throw that in there.
Nice. Nice, yeah.